Hey guys, what's going on? It's Uncle Tone. How are you guys doing? Today I'm going to have my full review for you guys on the Klipsch Image S4i in-ear headphones. Cool beans. I'm sorry I didn't have this done last week, but again, I was super crazy, insanely busy last week, so we're getting to it today. Cool beans. You can pick these up from a number of different retailers. They generally retail for about $100 to $110. I picked these up on Amazon. Just be sure if you're ordering on Amazon that the order is fulfilled by Amazon or sold directly by Amazon, and you should be good. Sometimes if you go through third-party sellers, you can get a fake, not genuine headphone. So if you're going to purchase one on Amazon, I highly recommend your order is fulfilled by Amazon or directly from Amazon. In that case, you should be good. I got these for about 68 bucks. They are a replacement for the first version of these that I had that I never got around to reviewing. I have already done an unboxing video on these, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. I will put a link to it right down there in the bottom bar, as well as a link to Klipsch website where you can learn more about these. There are a couple of different versions of these. We have the S4i's here that I'll be looking at today. They also make an S4a version, which are basically the same thing as these except for Android devices. These ones are for iDevices, hence the I, and the A are for Android devices, which is going to give you the inline controls here for your Android device. There's also the S4 enhanced base version, and there's also a new version of the S4i's that feature a flat, sort of a Beats style flat cable that's a little bit more tangle resistant. So today we're pretty much all sound the same, pretty much, but you know, there's slight differences in products. So today we're going to be looking at the S4i's. When I review a pair of headphones, generally there are three important aspects I look at when reviewing a pair of headphones. One is build quality, two is fit and that sort of noise isolation, and three is the actual audio quality itself. So first up, let's take a look at build quality. Starting off with the 3.5mm headphone jack here, you're getting a reinforced jack here. It's a straight plug, not an L-shaped plug. I kind of like L-shaped plugs more myself. The straight jack does work just fine, however, and it is rather low profile, so it's not going to protrude too particularly far out of your device. You have some nice reinforcement there. And then moving up the cable here to the cable yoke, which is a little higher, I find, on this one than it is on your average headphone. The inline controls are built into the cable yoke itself. They're not on the left or right side. They're in the center. On the cable yoke, you have your play pause button as well as your answer calls button. Here on the back, you can see we do have an inline microphone, so you can take calls and so on and so forth on these. I found the audio quality was pretty decent while taking calls, certainly on par with most of the other in-ear headphones that I have used, if not slightly better, so I was quite pleased by that. There was no issues with that. And then as well, you have a volume up and volume down buttons for raising and lowering the volume. I find this super useful when I am out. I really like using a pair of headphones that have inline controls. If I happen to be talking to somebody or something and wearing a, particularly when I'm at work or when I'm out riding my bike, I will only wear one earbud, the left one generally, and tuck the right one into my shirt. So if somebody's talking to me or something and I can't really hear them, I can turn the volume down. Or if I find myself in the middle of a bunch of traffic while riding my bike, I can turn it down a little bit just so I can hear the traffic and stuff around me a little bit better, even though I'm only wearing one earbud. Yes, I know you're not supposed to wear headphones while you're riding a bike, but it's okay. I'm only wearing one bud, and the volume's not that loud. I can still hear what's going on around me pretty darn well, so don't freak out. I'm not going to die. Cool beans. And then moving up here to the buds themselves, you have the left and right headphone. These are plastic. They're not made out of metal. They are plastic. However, the build quality on them is really, really good. They are reinforced here where the cord enters the bud itself. They're nice and light. They don't really fall out of your ears particularly easy like some of the heavier buds do. I found the medium tips that come on them out of the box work best for me. However, they do include in the box a couple of extra ear tips, as well as some dual flange tips if you like that kind better. So in the carrying case here, they do include a little carrying case and you know, some extra tips and stuff as well. So as far as build quality goes, these are pretty much right spot on with what you would expect to pay or get at this particular price. Cool beans. Let's move on to fit. Okay, so moving on to fit, we have the left and right earbuds here, as I mentioned before. A lot of people think that these go in the other way, this particular way, which would make, you know, some sense in that they would sit inside your ear like this. However, they actually go in this way. This is the left, and this is the right earbud. I found them very comfortable to wear for long periods of time, since they're not sitting in your ear and they're not really making contact with any particular part of your ear. They don't create pressure points or anything like that. They're very, very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. If you're a person like me that has funky, weird shaped ears and you like to use the foam tips more than you know, the silicone tips, the Comply TX100 tips, foam tips, are also compatible with these. I did try them with those, and they work great with those as well, and just add to the overall comfort factor. Might be nice to see a pair of foam tips included with them. That might be kind of cool. But given the, you know, supplied tips work great, I understand why they don't, so that's okay too. Again, you're not paying a fortune for these. They're like $70 to $100, so there you go. The fit and, you know, noise isolation is great, being that these are an in-ear pair of headphones. They isolate noise really, really well. You can still somewhat hear what's going around you when there's no music playing. However, I found with the volume at about 50% plugged into my iPhone, I really wasn't able to hear much, if anything, of what was going on around me. Even cars were driving past while I was walking down the sidewalk were barely noticeable. So noise isolation is great. That's very important when buying a pair of in-ear headphones. You know, because you want to, the whole point of in-ear headphones is to block out noise from the outside so that you don't have to play your music as loudly to still be able to hear it, thus protecting your hearing at the same time, since you're not blasting music into your ears. There you go. So noise isolation is also excellent on the S4i. So let's move on to how they sound. How do they sound, Tone? Well, to be perfectly honest with you, these are probably my favorite pair of headphones under $100. These sound absolutely phenomenal. They have a really nice, broad, wide sound stage. You're going to hear everything that's going on in your music. They have a really nice kick and punch for bass. I wouldn't call it a thump. They don't really thump, but they have a great kick and punch in the bass that isn't drowning out the rest of the music. I like bass just as much as the next guy, don't get me wrong, but I still want to be able to hear the rest of my music. If you only listen to rap or hip-hop or something, then absolutely you can go ahead and pick up a pair of bass-heavy headphones and thump away to your heart's content if you like. But me, I like to listen to a wide genre of music, so I like a pair of headphones that are more evenly balanced than booming and thumping. So a nice kick, a nice punch is really what I like. The mids on these are just a little bit recessed. That's kind of a, picture the EQ in kind of a V shape, and that's kind of what these are like. The mids are very slightly recessed. However, these do respond very, very well to EQ. So if you want to EQ these a little bit to kind of boost the mids up, get more of a flat range, or a flat EQ'd headphone, they work very, very well. They respond really, really well to EQ, so there you go. The highs are nice and clear and crisp without being tinny or harsh. They're really, really nice. They taper off really nicely towards the upper end of the spectrum, so they don't become harsh and tinny while still sounding really nice and crisp and really clear. Where these headphones shine is not in any particular one genre of music, but more like a well-rounded pair of headphones. They sound great with everything that you want to throw at. If you want to listen to some hip-hop and rap, that sort of thing, rock, metal, they sound great with those. Jazz, You know, some of the trumpets and cellos and flutes and stuff and jazz sound absolutely phenomenal with these headphones. Classical music also sounds great. Pianos in particular sound phenomenal. You can almost hear the pianist's fingers tapping away on the keys on the piano. It's pretty fantastic. So definitely these they sound great. They don't sound fantastic in any one particular genre, but they sound good with no matter what you're really going to throw at them, which is really ideally what you're looking for in an everyday pair of headphones like these. I would call these an everyday pair of headphones. They're a great pair of headphones, and they don't cost a fortune. You know, 70 to 100 bucks is pretty much the upper limit of what most people are willing to spend on a pair of headphones that they're going to use regularly, i.e. daily. So if you happen to break them or misplace them or so on and so forth, you're not out $200, $300, $400 for some of the upper end, higher end headphones. It's not really that big of a deal to go out and pick up another set, as I did with these. Cool beans. So that's pretty much going to do it for my review on the Klipsch Image S4i edition headphones. I have rattled on for 11.5 minutes. I think you guys get the point. These are definitely my favorite $50 to $100 pair of headphones. If you want to see a video on my favorite headphones at particular price points, leave me a comment in the comment box down below, and I will certainly do that. I definitely have my favorites in particular price points, so if you'd like to see a video on that, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to smash the like button if you like this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cool beans. Rock on.